Hello and welcome to AltheaSuite. Today I'm going to show you how we can create a simple order in AltheaSuite. To get started, we're going to go into our orders module and then go into orders again. Now we're going to go up to the top left to create a new document. So up at the top, it's already pre-selected your business location. Depending on your settings, you might have a blank requested delivery date, or if the setting is enabled, it's going to take today's date as the requested delivery date. The requested delivery date is the date that the customer expects these items to be delivered to them. Next thing it wants you to know is which warehouse these things are pulling out of. Now, up at the top, we do have a warehouse field, but as we start building out our order, each line item can have a different warehouse, and I'll show you that as we get down there. Here you can add an associated employee if you want to. It'll be the employee for the sale other than the made by logged in employee. Now what we need to do is add a customer. If we want to use a different shipping address, we can select one, or we can check that checkbox to use the billing address. Now we start to build out our order. So I'm gonna go ahead and add my item. Here is a combo group that populates, asking me for appliance add-ons and a washer add-on. We'll go ahead and take this stainless steel. Once we press OK, it's going to prompt me for my warranty to choose for this specific washer. So let's say I want to go for a 3-year. I do have the 5-year option, also a decline warranty option down there as well. Whatever option you do choose, it will all flow underneath of the item as it gets built into here. Now, if I hit this eye icon, this will expand that scrolly screen to make it a little bit more easier to see. We can also expand this by going up here to the top right. To the left of the X button is a little expander button. This will expand the entire width of the screen. Now, from the top over here, we have a button that says mark all items to be delivered. So if all of these items are to be delivered to the customer, simply check that box and it'll start to hit those DL little buttons. If one of these items wants to be picked up by the customer, we can easily just switch them to PK. And then if we want to mark things as delivered to the customer by the time this order is invoiced, we can just hit this checkbox over here. Maybe they took the switch and the water hose with them at the time of creating the order. But for now, I'm going to mark everything to be delivered to the customer. Now, if we scroll to the right, I mentioned before that we can change the warehouse. So if this item wasn't existing in this warehouse and it was actually coming from a different warehouse, we could either select it over here, drop it down and say, hey, it's coming out of this warehouse instead. Alternatively, we could create a stock transfer and move that stock into the warehouse that's on the order. We keep on scrolling to the right. We have our requested delivery date, and then to the left of that, we have a scheduled delivery date. So right now it's all blank because we have not placed this on our calendar yet and to create an appointment. So this will remain blank until we go ahead and actually do that. We do have an opportunity though to come over here and to say that we want to put this on the schedule, but we can do that in a different queue here. I'll show you in a moment. If you keep on scrolling to the right, we have a column for different notes per line item. We also have all the different stock information, so you can see the physical stock in hand, what you have on other pending orders. If you hit that little question mark, we'll be able to see those different document numbers. You can also see the available quantity and also the short quantity if you're ever short on stock. Now, if we keep on scrolling down, we do have the receive deposit button over here. So once you click into here, it's going to move us over into a receive deposit screen. If you keep on scrolling down a little bit, you can have your deposit as a percentage. So maybe 50% or 100%, depending on your workflow. And then you do need to choose how you collected the money from your customer. So did we take cash? Did we take a card payment? Was this a check payment? For this example, I'll be using a check payment. Predominantly, our customers want to put the check number in the details field. Check number 1234. Once you got that all done, we have a $0 pending amount. We're going to go ahead and hit save. What that does is it puts a deposit narration down in our order now, saying that we do have a full deposit on this order. We collect this money in the form of a check. Financially speaking, this money has impacted a undeposited funds account. And at the time of invoicing this order, once you get down to the Pay Now screen of the customer, that money will move from the deposit account into the sales account. And at that point, that is when the tax liability happens. We do display the tax right here, but the tax is not owed at this point. So once your deposit is done, you come over here and hit that create button, and this will actually create the order. Now this screen is popping up because it wants us to add the serial number, but maybe at this point we don't know what the serial number is that we're going to pull. If we do go over here to the select serial number screen, we can actually drop it down and give us a list of serial numbers. So the way our list works is it's going to list the serial number and then in the parentheses which warehouse it's sitting in. And then to the right of that parentheses, we have whether or not it's in hand, or in some cases, you will be able to see that it has been committed. And it will also give you the invoice number and order number that it was committed to. So once you drop down the serial number, you will see the serial number, and then in the parentheses, it'll give you the warehouse number where that serial number lies, and also its status. So you'll see a bunch of in hand, and if you keep on scrolling, you will also encounter the ones that will say committed. These ones are the serial numbers that are committed to invoice numbers and order numbers alike. So I'm not going to pick one at this time because maybe I don't know which one we're going to pick because we have to dig one out and find it. So we're going to go ahead and hit that save button to continue with the blank serial numbers. And there we go. So that's how we create the order right now. You can see its color is green right now. So if I just highlight this specific order, and I'm going to hit that show item list button, you can see that all of my different colors are green because I have them all in my stock. So you can see that all of the colors right here are green. That's the system letting me know that we do have these things in stock and we can deliver these items out to our customer. Another way to tell is if we go to our delivery queue, specifically into our pending deliveries, because that's what I displayed everything as. We get the same information, we get the same colors, letting me know that everything is green and able to deliver to our customer. So if I go and search for this order number in my pending delivery queue, so I can see these items right here are the same colors as we saw before. We're not displaying the warranty because it doesn't make sense to show the warranty in the delivery queue, but we do have the switch and the hoses ready to go. Now what we can do is in the previous screen, we did not assign any serial numbers to this order, but at this point we could. So long as we can get to the document number, we can click on that to put the order into the view mode. And directly from the pending delivery queue, we can go over to our item over here. Maybe at this point during the workflow, we figured out which serial number that we want to assign to that. So we can go to the context menu, and then we have assign serial number button right there. Maybe we figured out that since this order is coming from a Redmond 1, we want to display this one as the serial number that we want to assign. So all we're going to do is simply click that, and then hit that save button. This now internally links that serial number to this order. So if I get out of here, so now that I've assigned that serial number to the order, I want to go ahead and update this pending delivery queue by searching for the same document number again. Now, if I scroll to the right, we have a serial number column and also the quick lookup number column, letting me know that that QLN is in Redmond number 1, and that's exactly which warehouse it's going to get pulled from on the order. If that serial number was coming from a different warehouse, it'll actually display in a red color, letting you know that you either need to transfer or you need to pick one that you have available in your warehouse. To show you that, I'll go back into the order document. I'm gonna go to my washer. I'm gonna go to the context menu and I'm gonna hit this change serial number button because I want to change it from the one I just assigned it to a different number. It gives you the currently selected one, that 205322, which exists in Redmond number 1. But I want to choose a serial number that's in Redmond number 41, which is a completely different warehouse. Let's clear that. Choose that one, and then press that save button. I'm going to exit out of here. I'm going to click on pending deliveries. That will reset the pending delivery queue. I'm going to go ahead and search for that order document number. Now you can see over here that my quick lookup number column is a red. It says it's Redmond 41 because if I keep on scrolling to the right, the document warehouse and the delivery warehouse are all Redmond number one. So it's letting me know that this QLN 198965 with that serial number is sitting in this warehouse, which is not the warehouse that we selected on our order. We either need to go to the order to swap out those warehouses to display that this item is coming from Redmond number 41, or we need to simply go ahead and assign a different QLN or serial number that's in the warehouse that we have. So that's what I'll do. I'll go ahead and click my document number. Go to the context menu. I'm going to change the serial number. I don't want it to be this one, so I want to clear that out. And then I'm going to select the Redmond number one QLN that I have. Press save. Now when I exit the view mode of the order, click on pending deliveries again to reset the module. I'll go ahead and search for that order document number. And I can see that a Redmond number one is selected. It's no longer red, letting me know that this is okay. QLN does exist in that warehouse, and I can still deliver this item to my customer. So that is how to create a simple order in AltheaSuite. That's how to assign the serial numbers or QLNs to the order, and also display its color, letting you know that you can put this on the calendar to get that scheduled to your customer, or at least put it onto a trip to get that delivered to your customer. Thank you.